All right, what is going on, everyone? We have a special. Is that what we're calling it?
Me or?
No. A special video today. I have Burger Beast with me. We converged on Naples, Florida. Rhymes with apples. And we are checking out Marco's Cuban Cafe. His idea, opening my mind to some new cuisine. So we're going to check this out. We have 3 food items, and we already had a beverage inside. So we're going to tell you about it. Come along for the Cuban ride. No? Was that good?
Yeah.
All right. Cue the intro. What is up, everyone? It is the endorsement, and it is time for another review. This is where we try something and tell you if you should like it or not. I could be, and we can be, possibly very persuasive. So you heard it all in the intro. We got Burger Beast here. All his info will be linked below. We are in the midst of Burger Month, so I just found it apropos that we could converge on the state of Florida and knock out some Cuban food delicacies. Would they be delicacies?
I guess they could be.
They could be. Are you calling them delicacies?
Not until I try them.
Okay. All right. So what would you like to try first? And you can explain what we have as he's getting a call.
How's that?
Voila. I don't know what happened there, but we are going to get into this food. So what would you like to start with first?
Well, we did start inside. We had the cortadito, which is a steamed milk with espresso, Cuban coffee. In this case, they use evaporated milk, which is a little bit of a trick to give you a sweeter drink. Which I noticed. I even told him, I was like, I don't think this is regular milk.
He called it.
And she did mention that they are the only Cuban cafeteria in Naples that does it this way.
Okay.
I just don't know how many Cuban cafeterias there are actually in Naples, but
we passed a couple. And this guy, he puts in, I don't even know what he did. He's like, this is where I'm taking you to dispose of your body. And we went through the back road. So we're here, Marco's Cuban Cafe.
Okay, we are going to start with this bag.
Oh.
How was this? It's not even greasy at all. Well,
little grease.
All right.
What do we got?
You go ahead and stick your hand in there and find out.
The last time I did this.
You were in an after school special?
Yeah. On a very special episode of Blossom. All right, check it out.
That is.
Whoa. There we go.
That is a ham croquette. A croqueta de jamón.
Okay. What's
generally
inside?
The croquettes are with bechamel, minced ham, breadcrumbs, that sort of thing. That's the deal.
It looks
these are like in Miami. This is what everyone loses their mind over. They're, I guess, Miami's finger food.
Okay. And don't you put on an event called
Croqueta Palooza?
Croqueta
That's right.
Palooza.
I didn't know I was going to be allowed to talk about things.
I didn't know you could have denied. All right, this is the first time ever I've ever tried a croqueta. Did I say that right?
Croqueta, yes.
He's in charge of this review. Let's go. Oh! All right, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Well, I know what they taste like.
You don't know what these are. Oh. Wasn't what I was expecting. No. Not what I was expecting. This is a Cuban hush puppy.
I guess you could say that.
Very similar.
Cuban fritter.
Cuban fritter. The inside, like texture, is the vibe of like a crab cake. Does that make sense? The texture. I'm not getting much ham. I'm getting a lot of the crust of the outer coating. It's there, but
it's always interested in what someone who's never had.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
He asked the lady, I guess, if you don't make them.
Yeah, right. If you make them, some restaurants make them from scratch. Some just buy them. There's different varieties and quality, categories that you can buy. This is like a higher end purchase croquette, but it's very good. These are actually from a chain in Miami called La Carreta, which is the same people. If you've heard of the Cuban restaurant Versailles, these are the same croquettes.
I like it. I was expecting something different.
So and another popular sandwich is to get this and put this in essentially what's in a Cuban sandwich.
Okay.
So,
yeah. And we do have, spoiler alert, we do have their Cuban in one of these bags, but yeah, I just expected when it was like minced up ham, it was going to be more ham, like not so much that it was all kind of blended into this one kind of texture. That's what like threw me off a little bit, but I like it.
We can't all be rich with fritters filled with ham, man.
I like it.
Our plan was to do the cotadito, the croquettes, and the Cuban sandwich, and then I was shaken by the sign that they had a frita cubana, which is the Cuban hamburger. I don't find that often outside of Miami, so we definitely did that. So let's leave that for the end.
Okay.
It's National Hamburger Day, and then we should do the Cuban first, which conveniently came cut in half.
Love it. It looked pretty good. We took some B-roll of it inside of Marco's.
I don't know if you want to hold up the...
I will, yeah. Take a look. All right, so we had to change. We got out of that sun. So there's a close-up of the Cuban sandwich. Now, do you call this a Cuban sandwich? Or would I get looked at funny if I called it a, can I get a cubano? Is that wrong? Or is it a Cuban sandwich?
I don't know if it's wrong, but if you told me you wanted a cubano, I would know you're not from Miami.
Okay.
You were from out of town. They also kind of use a very odd sandwich press with these grooves on them,
okay.
Which not a usual thing that I encounter.
No, it's usually flat.
And I believe, without even double checking, I think there's mayo on this. And this is a Miami style Cuban, to be clear, not the Tampa, because the Tampa also has salami.
Shouldn't it just have
yellow mustard, pickles, Swiss?
I mean, as the condiment.
Pork ham, yeah.
All right, wish us luck. The Marco's Cuban Cafe, Cuban. I have some thoughts. You want me, the rookie, to go first with my opinion, and then you can follow it up. I like it. I think it's made well. I don't know what normal is for these. Should you have the same amount or close to the same amount of pork as ham? This is 70% ham and like 10% pork in mine, at least in mine. Hardly getting any pork at all.
Yeah, and the ham here is cold cuts. It's generally, on this stuff, it's shaved.
Right.
It should be
thinner.
This is actually more of like a ham and pork sandwich to me than a Cuban sandwich. Yeah. I would say it's still good. I just don't know that I would necessarily consider it or would pass for a Cuban. The fact that I think we're in Naples might be the reason. I'll be putting this sandwich on.
Yeah, I'm with you. You probably saw my reaction. And again, I didn't know if I had to be honest. Like, I've had some Cubans. I had a Cuban from a legit like Cuban place restaurant years ago. I forgot where. I really enjoyed it. Like when you take the first bite, when you just know. I just knew. This one, I was not getting that feeling, and I just felt it was too much ham. So,
too ham into the bag. Don't throw that bag at me. Last one, we're doing the Frita Cubana. It was street food in Cuba, as early as the late 1920s, and made its way to Miami. It's really something you find all over Miami. Arela Fritas popularized it in Miami, and they make their own patties, which is nice to find out. For some odd reason, I didn't ask what was on it before they made it. They threw lettuce, tomato, onion, mayo, I think mustard and ketchup, and they put it on a hamburger bun. So they pretty much broke every single frita rule. Oh look, there's a frita dingleberry right here. You love these little meat dingleberries.
I love the little meat dingleberries. And it looks like she kind of pressed it down a little bit too. All right, so there we go. Well, he already tested it. And he did mention to me that's when they put the potato sticks, it's kind of like a cheap way out instead of doing sliced potatoes.
They do julienne potatoes.
Julienne potatoes.
All the legit frita places make their own shaped potatoes. And it is a lot more work. I mean, those places that feature the frita, they generally have their own fryer to do it. So that's just, all the starch from the potatoes is a giant nightmare to deal with.
And I'll tell you, it actually, I was telling him inside, it looks pretty good, and I understand from everything he's saying, it's not
I'm interested to see
Prototypical. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go first. All right, wish me luck. The Cuban
Frita.
the Cuban hamburger. I kind of wanted to get onto this one before it got a little too cold. Okay. So it's a combination of pork and beef.
It could be. It could be pork, beef, chorizo, and beef. The real street food version was just ground beef with seasoning, mostly smoked paprika to kind of give the illusion of chorizo. Just from my little meat dingleberry try, it needs a little more punch of paprika in there, more of a chorizo flavor to it.
I guess
I don't want to be a Debbie Downer without trying it, but the fact that the dingleberry plus lettuce and tomatoes already. Let me see. There's that.
Hey, gotta keep it real.
I actually liked it better than the meat by itself. I actually like that whole thing together.
Was I, as a first-time trier of this, did I do okay with my assessment?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Then we got to get you into Miami, to Miami to do it.
Got to do a day over there where I get down to Burger Beast and we check out some stuff. All right, so listen, thank you so much for joining us. This was fun. So random. He had no idea. He's like, actually, as we're going, he's like, oh yeah, here we go. And we're driving down the road. It was a blast. And you walked into the place, had that vibe, just like.
Hey, by the way, you know what? I just remembered something.
Here we go.
I haven't even said it yet.
What?
I brought you a gift.
Okay. Oh, it's in here.
Here you go.
He did bring me a gift. What did you bring me? Check out the bonus footage. I'll show you what's in this box. Personal joke. I want to thank everyone. Check both of us out on Instagram and Twitter. You do Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twitter,
and I will link his food blog down below. It was a pleasure. We might be filming 1 or 2 more videos. We're not sure yet. We're just kind of hanging out, seeing where the day takes us. But always fun hanging with the Burger Beast. And that's it. We'll see you soon with some more reviews. Bye. All right, bonus footage, really quick. Oh, why'd I grab 2? This is what was in the Big Mac box. He had a truckload of Mac sauce left over from when they had it, and the Mamba sauce, which he liked, and had a little hookup as well. So he brought that for me. It was a nice little surprise. All right, that's it.